Hello, boys and girls. My name is Rakesh. I teach chemistry. So today's my lecture is on resonance. So the students who are preparing for board exams and most importantly for IIT and NEET, this topic is very important. So after learning the resonance topic, you can understand many organic reactions and acidity of organic acids, basicity of bases, organic bases, stability of many substances, many compounds, stability of compounds, and orientation effects on benzene, aromaticity, etc. So after learning the resonance, you can understand these many things very easily. So in this lecture, I explain what is a conjugated system, what is a conjugated system, and how many types of conjugated systems are there, and how to do the resonance in a conjugated system. This is very important. Why? Because most of the students feel difficulty in doing the resonance because the resonance involves the shifting of arrows. So I will tell you a technique. So with the help of the technique, you can do the resonance of any conjugated system. And most importantly, resonance stabilities. This topic frequently come in the examination. Resonance stabilities and what is resonance energy? What is resonance energy? And the relation between resonance energy and heat of hydration, heat of hydrogenation, and some related topics of resonance. Okay, so this lecture contains these many topics. What is a conjugated system? Most of the students feel difficulty in finding the conjugated system. Why? Because the resonance takes place in conjugated system only. And after identifying the conjugated system, then the next thing is how to do the resonance. So these two things are very difficult for the students. So after listening this class, you will feel very easy in identifying the conjugated system and doing the resonance. So these topics I will cover in this lecture. So let us start. What is resonance? So resonance, as the definition is present in many textbooks, it is the delocalization of it is the delocalization of pi electrons. Pi electrons are lone pair of electrons in a conjugated system. In a conjugated system. So delocalization means it is movement or shifting. We can take any meaning of delocalization. It is movement of pi electrons or shifting of pi electrons in a conjugated system. So only electrons are shifted, not the atoms. We should not change the position of atoms. If we change the position of atoms, it become isomerism. And here we are not learning about isomerism. So only the resonance. So in resonance, only shifting of electrons, pi electrons, that too in a conjugated system takes place. So not the atoms. So here in the definition there is a conjugated system. What is a conjugated system actually? If two double bonds are separated by a single bond, then it is known as a conjugated system. If two double bonds are separated by a single bond, then it is known as a conjugated system. If two double bonds are separated by more than one single bond, then it is known as isolated system. If two double bonds are continuous, then it is known as cumulative system. And in both the cases, there will be no resonance. So in conjugated system only, the resonance takes place. And if this is only the conjugated system, then the resonance will be very easy. But there are many types of conjugated systems. So there are various types of conjugated systems. Let us see what are the various types of conjugated systems. Various conjugated systems. Okay, so take this single bond as A and B, A and B. Now I am continuing that A and B single bond here. If A has double bond and B also has double bond, then it is a conjugated system. If A has a double bond and B has a triple bond, then also it is a conjugated system. If A has a double bond and B has a cation, it is also conjugated system. If A has a double bond and B has a negative charge, it is a conjugated system. AB double bond and a free radical, it is known as free radical. One electron species are known as free radical. So this is a free radical. Free radical. So double bond, single bond, free radical is also a conjugated system. If A has a single double bond and B has a lone pair, B has a lone pair, then also it is a conjugated system. So here, this type of conjugated systems we come across in many examples. So lone pair is there. So tell me in which elements of the periodic table lone pairs are present. So lone pairs are present and they start from nitrogen. Nitrogen has one lone pair, so it belongs to the fifth A group. Nitrogen has one lone pair. Oxygen has two lone pairs. It belongs to sixth group, sixth A group. And fluorine has three lone pairs of electrons. It belongs to seventh group. And noble gases have four lone pair of electrons. So they are not involved in the conjugation. Why? Because they are non-reactive. Okay, so the lone pair is present on the nitrogen. So be cautious when nitrogen and oxygen are present in the example. So why? Because nitrogen and oxygen having lone pair, so they may be in the conjugation. If they are in conjugation, resonance takes place. And one more important thing is the atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So the nearest noble gas is 10. Therefore, it can form 3 bonds. So generally nitrogen can form 3 bonds. It can form fourth bond also with that lone pair, but it gets a positive charge. And it can form one less bond, but it gets negative charge. So remember these three types of bondings for nitrogen, which are very useful for resonance. Generally, nitrogen can form 3 bonds. It can extend the number of bonds from 3 to 4, but we have to keep plus. So this extra bond is due to the lone pair only. That means when lone pair of nitrogen is involved in the resonance, it get extra bond, fourth bond, then we should keep positive charge. Same the case for oxygen also. Oxygen atomic number 8, nearest is 10, the difference is 2. That means oxygen can form 2 bonds. So generally oxygen can form 2 bonds. So it can form third bond also with the help of this lone pair, but we have to keep plus charge. So remember, when oxygen has 3 bonds, it gets positive charge. We can decrease one bond also. So oxygen can have one bond, but we should keep minus charge. So for oxygen and nitrogen, mostly these two atoms come in the organic compounds. So remember these type of bondings for nitrogen and oxygen. So the next is carbon. Carbon belongs to fourth A. it neither have a lone pair nor vacant orbital. Now the next group is third A. Third A has boron aluminum compounds, and boron and aluminum compounds have vacant orbitals. Vacant orbitals. So as the group suggests, the number is third. So boron can have three bonds, and along with three bonds, it has a vacant orbital. So it can accept the lone pair of electrons. So when it accepts the lone pair of electrons, it can form four bonds. So while forming four bonds, it have minus charge. So be clear with nitrogen and boron. Nitrogen is using lone pair. It losing electrons, therefore positive charge. Here boron is gaining electrons, therefore negative charge. So the atom which is having vacant orbital can accept the electrons. After accepting of electrons, it gets negative charge. The atom which has lone pair of electrons can form another bond, but it gets positive charge. These basic things we have to remember to do the resonance. So, so when lone pair is present, so be careful with the lone pair. Next, A and B, A and B. So A has a double bond. A has a double bond, and B can have a, a vacant orbital. So one more thing, important thing is the lone pair can be equivalent to, it is equivalent to negative charge. It is equivalent to negative charge. Why? Because extra electrons are there. We can assume that lone pair can be a negative charge. Okay, so here vacant orbital is there. So vacant orbital is equivalent to positive charge because it is accepting electrons. Therefore, we can assume it has a positive charge. So why I am assuming lone pair as a negative and vacant orbital as a positive, we will observe in the examples. So this is one type of conjugation. So A can have a lone pair and B can have a vacant orbital, and A can have a positive charge, B can have a negative charge, A can have a lone pair, and B can have a positive charge. So all these are various types of conjugated system. If you practice the examples, then you can understand what is conjugation. Okay, so do remember these things. Nitrogen generally can form three bonds. It can go to the fourth bond, but you should keep the plus charge. We call it as a formal charge. So plus charge, we can decrease one bond also, but we have to keep negative charge. If you don't keep negative or positive when the bond changes, then everything will goes wrong. For oxygen also, the regularly it can form two bonds. We can extend it to three bonds, but we should keep positive charge. We can decrease one bond also, but keep negative charge here. So with the vacant orbital, if it accepts electron, then minus charge is present. So all these small things are very important. Now let us observe some examples of conjugated systems. So here is one example. Now tell me whether it is a conjugated or not. Here there is no double bond, nothing, no lone pair, so therefore it is non-conjugated system. I will write conjugation for CJ for conjugation. So I will take another example. A double bond is there, but that should be in conjugation with either lone pair or double bond, another double bond or positive charge. Here only one single double bond is there, therefore it is also non-conjugated system. I will write NC for non-conjugated system. So I will take another example. Now tell me whether it is conjugated or not. So here double bond, single bond, double bond. So it is a conjugated system. It is a conjugated system. Okay, so take it as A and B. So A has double bond, B also has double bond. Therefore, it is a conjugated system. So we will take another example. Again, two bonds are there. Whether it is conjugated system or not. Here two double bonds are separated by more than one single bond, therefore it is not a conjugated system. The two double bonds should be separated by only one single bond. Either you can take A and B also here. So A has double bond but B has a single bond. So therefore it is non-conjugated system. So let us see another example. So this is very familiar example. So here all the double bonds are alternating in position. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. So it is a perfect conjugated system. It is a conjugated system. So I will take another example. Double bond and triple bond. So here double bond and single bond, triple bond. So they are in conjugation, therefore it is a conjugated system. Another example. So this is very important example because double bonds and triple bonds are not there here. So if plus charge is there, take it as A. On both the sides, take B. So this A has positive charge, this B has a double bond, therefore it is a conjugated side. Whereas here A has positive charge but B is having single bonds, therefore it is non-conjugated side of this compound. So even though it is a conjugated system, because it is having conjugation on one side. So another example I will give. Double bond and minus. So where there is minus, take as A and B. So this side all single bonds are there, no need to check. So here A has negative charge, B has a double bond, so it is a conjugated system. It has a conjugated system. What about this one? If you take free radical as A and this as B, this carbon also B. So A has something on it, free radical, and B is also having something on it, that is double bond. So both are having mm, free radical and double bond, therefore it is a conjugated system. So this is very good example of conjugated system. So when there is a nitrogen, kindly keep the lone pair on it so that you can understand in a better way. I told you nitrogen has one lone pair, oxygen has two lone pairs, and halogens have three lone pairs. Mostly oxygen and nitrogen are present in the given examples. So if nitrogen is given, keep the lone pair, and oxygen also. Oxygen has two lone pairs. So here lone pair, take it as A, B. Okay, so B has a double bond, A has a lone pair, therefore it is a conjugated system. Here also B has a double bond, A has a lone pair. So this is a perfect conjugated system. So I will give another example. So if somebody asks whether it is a conjugated system or not, so I told you when oxygen is there, keep lone pairs, and oxygen has two lone pairs. So take it as A and B on both the sides. So this B, A is having lone pair, but B is having single bond, so it is not conjugated this side. Here also B is having single bond, therefore it is also not conjugated system. So double bond, single bond. So only one single bond distance should be there. But here two single bonds are there, therefore it is a non-conjugated system. So let us see another example of oxygen. Now tell me whether it is conjugated or not. Keep lone pairs on oxygen, so take it as A and B this side. So A has lone pair, B has double bond, therefore it is a conjugated system. One more example, chlorine. So halogen means three lone pairs are there, so take it as A and this B. So B is having a double bond and A is having a lone pair, therefore it is a conjugated system. CH2 double bond CHCl. So it is known as vinyl chloride. Tell whether it is conjugated system or not. So keep lone pairs on chlorine. So take it as A and this carbon as B. So carbon has double bond and this A as lone pair. Therefore it is a conjugated system. So double bond, single bond, lone pair. Double bond, single bond, lone pair. This is a conjugated system. Let us see for allyl chloride. Allyl chloride is CH2 double bond CH CH to Cl. One carbon is extra. So chlorine is there. Keep the lone pairs, three lone pairs. Now here lone pairs are having two single bonds between double bond and lone pair. Therefore, it is non-conjugated system. It is non-conjugated system, right? So if you take it as A and B, so A has a lone pair, but B has single bond. Therefore, it is non-conjugated system. B should contain at least double bond or triple bond. Anything we have given the various conjugated systems. Another example: CH2 double bond CH double bond O. So it is known as acrolein. So these examples will come across in first year and second year in many times. So therefore these examples are very important. So take it as A and B. So on A there is double bond, on B also there is double bond. So double bond, single bond, double bond, it is a perfect conjugated system. So I will give one example regarding the vacant orbital. Vacant orbital. So whenever there is boron, I told you boron and aluminum have vacant p orbitals. So take it as A and B. So A has vacant orbital, B has double bond. Therefore, it is a conjugated system. Okay, so double bond, single bond, vacant orbital. So this is also conjugated system. Okay, so these are few examples of conjugated systems, and you can practice as many uh, examples as you can. So I will give you a small work to do and identify which compounds are conjugated and which compounds are non-conjugated. So the first example is this is the first example. So check whether it is conjugated or not. And second example, third example, fourth example, and fifth example. So these are the five examples I am giving to you. Try to solve these examples and mention which is conjugated and which is non-conjugated systems. Okay, I hope you understand what is a conjugated system and how many types of conjugated systems are present. Okay, so let us know something about the resonance. So write down the some important points about resonance. Some important points about resonance. The first one is I told you in the beginning of the class it is the delocalization of pi electrons only. Delocalization of pi electrons are non-bonding electrons. We call it lone pair of electrons, but not the atoms. So we should not shift or change the position of atoms from one position to other. And the second one is it is intramolecular. It is entirely intramolecular. Intramolecular. Within the molecule, the resonance takes place. Within the molecule, the shifting takes place. The shifting is not between the molecules, it is within the molecule. It is entirely intramolecular. And the resonance structures, so from now onwards I will write RS for resonance structures. So they are also known as canonical structures. They are also known as canonical structures. And most important thing about canonical structures is they are imaginary. They are not real. They are imaginary. So resonance structures are not real in nature, and we cannot isolate them also. And the next point is, all these resonance structures will give a resonance hybrid. So what is resonance hybrid? I will explain by taking one example. So all the resonance structures will give a equivalent structure known as a resonance hybrid, and this resonance hybrid is real. This resonance hybrid is real. Resonance hybrid is real structure of the compound. And next important thing is, before resonance and after resonance, the number of paired electrons, the number of paired electrons and unpaired electrons should be same. Should be same. Before resonance and after resonance, the number of paired and unpaired electrons should be same. That is, the total charge. The total charge should be constant. The total charge should be constant. I will explain while giving one example. Total charge should be constant. And the most important thing is, all the p orbitals, because in resonance the p orbitals will involve, so all the p orbitals should be in coplanar. All the p orbitals should be in coplanar. For example, if this is one p orbital, another p orbital which is going to be do the resonance should be in the same line. So then only the effective overlapping will take place. Effective overlapping will take place. If there is effective overlapping, the bond is very strong. So these are some points regarding the resonance. So note down all the points. Then the next thing is how to do the resonance. This is very important. Most of the students feel difficult in this, but I will make you easy. So how to do the resonance is very important. How to do resonance. So there is a technique for this. So resonance is two types. Resonance is two types. 1-2 resonance and 1-3 resonance. 1-2 resonance and 1-3 resonance. So first we will discuss about 1-2 resonance. What is 1-2 resonance? I will take one example and explain 1-2 resonance. So this is a simple molecule acetone. It is non-conjugated. So 1-2 resonance takes place in non-conjugated uh, compounds also. So and double bond is there between carbon and oxygen. So if double bond is there, one is sigma bond and one is pi bond. So we know that oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, therefore it takes electrons from carbon. So after taking electrons from carbon, CH3 remains as it is, C remains as it is, CH3 remains as it is. That sigma bond also remains as it is. The pi bond is shifted. So this is delocalization of pi electrons, therefore we call it as resonance, even though it is non-conjugated. Okay, so oxygen is taking electrons from carbon, therefore it gets negative charge. Carbon is losing electrons, therefore positive charge. So one may ask, sir, how we can identify the electronegativity. So electronegativity, we should remember, for carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and hydrogen. So why? Because in organic chemistry, in most of the examples we come across these elements only. So carbon atomic number is 6, hydrogen 1, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9. So as the atomic number is increasing, the electronegativity is also increases. The electronegativity also increases. This is not the correct explanation of increasing electronegativity, but this will help you while doing the resonance. So as atomic number increases, electronegativity also increases. So if you know the order of electronegativity, then 1-2 resonance is easy to do. So for example, if carbon and hydrogen is there, we know the carbon and hydrogen has a single bond. Single bond is a covalent bond, and covalent bond is made up of a pair of electrons, and this electron belongs to carbon, this electron belongs to hydrogen. We thought that the electron pair is present at the middle of the bond, but carbon is more electronegative than hydrogen, therefore this electron pair shifts towards carbon. So as the bond is formed, the electron pair is started shifting towards carbon. Therefore carbon will get partial negative charge, hydrogen will get partial positive charge. So this we call as polarization. Because of more electronegativity of carbon, uh, carbon gets partial negative charge and hydrogen gets partial positive charge. So with the help of this order, we can identify the polarization of bonds. For example, if you take the bond between carbon and nitrogen, now you can polarize in easy way. Why? Because the carbon atomic number is 6, nitrogen atomic number is 7. So 7 means more electronegativity. Now you know the electron pair, the position of electron pair is towards nitrogen. Why? Because it is more electronegative. So if somebody asks what is the polarization status of CN bond, then you can write partial negative charge on nitrogen and partial positive charge on carbon. If double bond is present between carbon and nitrogen, then pi bond is present, sigma bond is present. So in sigma bond, this type of polarization is happened. So in pi bond, delocalization of pi bond takes place. The same concept. Atomic number of carbon is 6, atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So nitrogen is more electronegative, therefore delocalization of pi electrons takes place from carbon to nitrogen. So the resultant structure we can write carbon, double bond, single bond remains as it is. Nitrogen, now nitrogen is more electronegative, it has taken the electrons. So the arrow indicates the movement of the delocalization of the shifting of electrons, and this, the head of the arrow will give the negative charge to the atom. So the head of the arrow is towards nitrogen, therefore it gets negative charge, it gets positive charge. So this is how we can do the 1-2 resonance. So this is one kind of 1-2 resonance. Why? Because in this example, in this example, the pi electrons are delocalized from first position to second position, So we can call it as 1-2 delocalization. So this 1-2 delocalization helps us in many organic reaction mechanisms. If I give the example of HC double bond OH, which is known as formaldehyde, which is known as formaldehyde. So in formaldehyde, sigma bond and pi bond is there, and the bonded atoms are different. And carbon atomic number is 6, oxygen atomic number is 8. Therefore, oxygen has more electronegativity. Therefore, it takes electrons from carbon. So after taking electrons from carbon, and one more thing, the symbol of resonance is shown by double-headed arrow. It is shown by double-headed arrow. So 1-2 resonance is taking place from one carbon to oxygen, one atom to second atom, carbon to oxygen. Only two atoms are involved in the resonance. So then we can write HC single bond sigma bond remains as it is. Now oxygen has taken the electrons, therefore negative charge. Carbon has lost the electrons, therefore positive charge, like this. So if you know the electronegativity order, then you can easily polarize the bonds, sigma bonds, and you can delocalize the pi bonds also. So this is polarization of sigma bond. It is delocalization of pi bond. So we can take another example also. That means if nitrogen or oxygen is there, if nitro group is there, for example, then how the 1-2 resonance takes place? Atomic number of nitrogen is 7, atomic number of oxygen is 8. 8 means more electronegativity, so it is pi bond, it is sigma bond. So oxygen will take electrons from nitrogen, sorry. Then you will get sigma bond, oxygen. This will get negative charge, this will get positive charge. So this is also 1-2 resonance. 1-2 resonance. Okay, so if you know the 1-2 resonance, then some of the organic reaction mechanisms will become easy for us. So I will give a small work for you. Do 1,2 resonance for the compound. Okay, so the example is, I'm writing here. Example is CH3 C double bond O OH. CH3 C double bond O OH. So there is a pi bond in the structure. If there is a pi bond, there is 1,2 resonance. Okay, so I will give one more uh, example, R C triple bond N. R C triple bond N. So all these are present in the organic chemistry. So here also there is a pi bond, and do 1,2 resonance for that. Okay, so I will give one more example to do. So here carbon is there, nitrogen is there. Between carbon and nitrogen, a pi bond is there. You know which is more electronegative between carbon and nitrogen. Then shift the pi electrons, and that will become the 1,2 resonance. So I think you understand the 1,2 resonance, and this order is very important to do the 1,2 resonance. Next we will go to the important one, 1,3 resonance. Okay, 1,3 resonance. So 1,3 resonance is mostly for cyclic compounds. If I write, if I take the structure like this, so don't copy this. I will do the 1,3 resonance first, then I will explain how this 1,3 resonance we will do. So delocalization of pi electrons is taking place. Okay, so this we call it as 1,3 resonance. So the delocalization of pi bonds and arrows, the move, the shifting of the positive charges. So these are very difficult to understand. Now I will explain the technique. I will explain the technique so that you can do the resonance on any conjugated system. So if a cyclic conjugated system is given, if a cyclic conjugated system is given, first count the number of carbons. Count the number of carbons. If number of carbons are even, if we got even number of carbons in the cyclic compound, then you will get half the number of carbons resonance structures. So you will get the resonance structures how many? Half. For example, if the given example has 6 carbons, 6 is an even number, then how many resonance structures will get? 3. If the number of carbons are odd, then you will get odd number of resonance structures. That means if an example contains 5 carbons, 5 carbon is an odd number, then how many resonance structures we will get? Odd number of resonance structures. So let us explain this by taking one example. Okay, so this is the example given. How to do the resonance here? So first count the number of carbons. If you count the number of carbons, you will get 6 carbons. So as the rule says, if even number of carbons are there, then you will get half resonance structures. That means you will get 3 resonance structures. So already one resonance structure is given as example. So out of 3, one resonance structure is over, and only 2 resonance structures are there. So I will continue the rules here. Always give first number, first number to positive charge. Always give first number to the positive charge. And next one is the second number should be on the carbon having double bond. On the carbon having double bond. So always give the first number to the positive charge, and the second thing is the second number should be on the carbon having double bond. So I will apply these two rules on this example. So here positive charge is there, so I will give first number to the positive charge, and second rule is saying that second number should be on the carbon having double bond. If I give two number here, there is no double bond on two number. If I give two number here, there is double bond on the two number. So that means we should give two number on double bond. Then continue like this: 3, 4, 5, 6. So giving the numbers on the resonance structure is very important. First number should be on the positive charge and second number should be on the double bonded carbon. Okay, so this is the main thing of 1,3 conjugation. Now there are three resonance structures we should get from this example. Already one is over. So the positive charge is present on one. The next positive charge should be shifted to the third. The next positive charge should be shifted to the fifth carbon. So already the positive charge on first is over. Next positive charge should come on third. So see here double bond is there, here positive charge is there. Positive charge means it is electron deficient. Therefore, the third bond, double bond, which is pi bond, it will give electrons to the first carbon. So our concentration should be on 1, 2 and 3 only. Why? Because the next positive charge should come on third only. Okay, so concentrate on 1, 2 and 3. So the positive charge should come on third, and third, the bond which is present on the third is shifted to the first one. So let us write the second resonance structure like this. Again give the same numbering: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bond between 4 and 5 we are keeping constant. Therefore keep that bond as it is. Now the positive charge which is present on the first position shift to the third position, and the bond which is present between 2 and 3, it goes to 2 and 1 like this. Now 3 is over. On 3 positive charge is present. Now the next positive charge should come on fifth. Where is fifth? Here is fifth. Now positive charge should be shifted from third to fifth. That means your concentration should be on third, fourth, fifth only. So third positive charge should come on fifth. Fifth double bond should come on third. Then once again draw the structures. Numbering, same numbering: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This bond we are not touching, we are keeping it constant. Therefore keep it like this. Now this positive charge which is present on the third position now shift to the fifth position. Now the fifth position double bond comes to third and fourth. Third and fourth. So this is the second resonance structure. This is the third resonance structure. So on fifth also the positive charge is over. Further the resonance cannot happen. Why? Because if you take it as A and B, on A there is positive charge and B there is single bond. So that means this is an sp3 carbon. So if there is sp3 carbon, there is no resonance. If single bonds are there, no resonance takes place. Okay, so these are the three resonance structures of the given example. Now I will tell you what is resonance hybrid. I told you resonance structures are also known as canonical structures. These are three canonical structures which are not real. So the equivalent structure of these three structures, resonance structures, we can draw like this. So positive charge is moving from first position, where the positive charge is delocalized, from the first position to the second position to the third position to the fourth position to the fifth position. I will write the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now positive charge is present on first position, third position and fifth position, alternate position. So this is the resonance hybrid of the given example, which is the real one, which is the real one. So I will give one more example. I will explain the thing in a same way, so that you can understand in a better way. Okay, so I will take one more example, cyclic example, like this. Any example is given, first of all count the number of carbons. Here the number of carbons are 4, it is even number, therefore you will get 2 resonance structures. Already one resonance structure is there. Now give the numbering, always first number to the positive charge, second number to the carbon having double bond, 2 3 4. So 4 carbons are there, even number, you will get 2 resonance structures. One resonance structure is already over and positive charge is present on the first carbon. The next will come on third. The next will come on third. So on first positive charge is there, it should be shifted from first to third, and third double bond should be shifted to the first one. Then we can draw like this. Again give the numbering in the same manner, 1 2 3 4 4. So first positive charge is shifted from first to third, and this double bond which is present between 2 and 3 shifted to 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So further the resonance will not take place. Why? Because it has a single bonds. It has single bonds. If single bonds are there, there is no resonance. So we can draw the resonance hybrid. So 1 is over, 3 is also over. We can draw the resonance hybrid. So where the bond is rotated, where the positive charge is shifted from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So this is the resonance hybrid. The positive charge is present on first position and on third position. So this is the resonance hybrid of this structure. So I will give one more example. If you do more number of examples, then this become very easy. So this is very important example. Now count the number of carbons here. The number of carbons are 5. So 5 is odd number. If odd number carbons are there, then you will get odd number of resonance structures. So you will get 5 resonance structures. Okay. So first of all give the numbering, 1 on positive charge, you can give 2 on either side, 2 3 4 5. So what are the 5 resonance structures? Already one resonance structure is over. The positive charge is present on the first position. The next resonance structure will come on third. The next will be on the 5. Then so when we carefully observe, the the resonating structures are alternating structures. So if positive charge is present on the first, then it is coming on the fifth, then third, the third, then fifth. After fifth, what is the alternating structure? Alternating number 2, then 2 4. After 4, then again you are getting 1. So that means up to 4 you have to do the resonance structure. So 1 3 5. After 5 2. After 2 4. So these are the numbers you should get the positive charge. Okay, so we will start the resonance. Okay, so on first position the positive charge is over, next positive charge should be on the third. So bring the third to the first, bring the third to the first, then write the numbers as it is, 1 2 3 4 5. The bond which is constant, keep the constant like this. Then the positive charge is moved from first position to third position, and the bond is shifted from third position to 1 2 position. So 3 is also over. So after 3, the next position is fifth. So fifth is here. The positive charge which is present on the third should shift to fifth. Therefore the double bond which is present on the fifth should shift towards third. Then draw the structure. Numbers 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 and 2 bond remains constant, right as it is. Now the bond shifts from third to fifth. The positive charge shifts from third to fifth. So write down the fifth, positive charge on fifth, and bond from 5 to 3 like this. So fifth carbon is also over. Next the positive charge shift to the second position. So shift this second bond to the fifth side, Once again write the same numbers: 1 2 3 4 5 5. So between 3 and 4 the bond is constant, so write that constant bond as it is. Now the positive charge on second, bond on fifth. Okay, so second is also over. Next to fourth, so shift that fourth bond to the second side, then you will get the last resonance structure. So 1 and 5th the bond is same, keep as it is. Now bond shift from, so write the numbers: 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. So after 2 the positive charge will come on fourth and bond between 3 and 2. If you further do the resonance, then you will get the first one only. Then you will get the first one only. That means this compound, the given example, has 5 resonance structures. It has 5 resonance structures. If you draw the resonance hybrid, all the carbons are getting positive charge. Then you can write the resonance structure like this in a circle way and positive in the middle. So it is a complete resonating structure. Okay, so when the example is given, count the number of carbons. If the number of carbons are even, then you will get the half number of resonance structures. If odd number of carbons are there, then you will get the odd number of resonance structures. So if odd is given, all carbons will get the positive charge. All carbons will get the positive charge. Okay, so I will give a small work to you. So try to do the resonance for this compound, and this one. Okay, so this, the first structure is having 1 2 3 carbons. So odd number means you will get odd number of resonance structures. One on one positive charge, next on three, the three alternating will give two. So 1 3 2 you will get. So whereas the second structure, it is having 8 carbons. 8 carbons means even number, you will get half number of resonance structures. So give the numbering and do the resonance. Third example has 7. 7 means odd number, you will get 7 number of resonance structures: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So what are the resonance structures we will get? So for this, write how many resonance structures are possible. I told you 7 resonance structures are possible. Second question is, on what positions? On what positions you will get positive charge? On what positions you will get positive charge? Draw all the resonance structures and give the resonance hybrid for the third example. Give the resonance hybrid for the third example. Okay, so I think you understood the positive resonance. So let us learn the negative one. I will take one example, the same example. If negative charge is there, then how to do the resonance? The rules and regulations are same as positive. If even, half. If odd, odd number. First number should be on the negative. There we given the positive here. Negative 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 carbons are there. Even number you will get half. That means 3. What are the 3 positions? Negative charge should be present on first. Yes, it is there. First. Next negative charge should be shifted on third, and next to the fifth. Okay, so for negative you will get 2 arrows. For positive you got only 1 arrow. So for negative, see carefully how the resonance takes place. So minus is present outside, so bring that minus inside. Why? Because minus means more electrons are there, it gives electrons to the ring. So the minus, it is present outside, bring inside. So the double bond which is inside, bring outside exactly on the third position. Why? Because we need negative charge on the third position. So draw the same structure, give the same numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next thing is the bond which is constant, keep constant like this. Now here the minus which enters inside will become uh, double bond, and the double bond which comes outside will become negative charge. Minus become double bond become minus. So one is already over. Now on third position minus charge is present. Now the next minus charge will be present on fifth. So your concentration should be on the third and fifth only. So how to do? So the outside, the minus is outside, bring inside, double bond which is inside, bring outside exactly on fifth carbon. Draw the same structure, give the same numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bond which is constant, draw that same, and the bond here, the negative charge will become double bond, and the double bond will become negative charge on fifth. So this is the second and this is third. On fifth carbon it is over. Next the resonance is not possible. Why? Because the single bonds are there. So three resonance structures are possible. You can draw the resonance hybrid also. The negative charge is rotating, it is shifting from here to here, from first position to fifth position. The negative charge is there. Okay, so let us do another example of minus. So here four carbons is even number. You will get two resonance structures. What are the two resonance structures on 1 and 3? So already one is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. So bring that minus to third position. So for minus, minus is outside, bring inside. Double bond is inside, bring outside exactly on the third position. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. The minus become double bond. The double bond become minus on the third position. On the third position. Okay, so another example we'll do. So how to do resonance for this? So count the number of carbons. 8 carbons are there. Give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 carbons are there. 8 carbons means you will get 4 resonance structures. What are the 4 resonance structures? Negative charge on first position, then on third, 5, 7. So already 1 is over. Now next is 3. So concentrate on 1 and 3 only. So minus which is outside, bring inside. The double bond which is inside, bring outside exactly on the third position. Draw the same structure, give the same numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the bonds which are constant, keep them constant. Here negative charge become double bond become negative charge exactly on the third position. Now 3 is also over. Now next negative charge is present on the fifth one. So the negative charge which is present on the third, bring it inside, double bond on the fifth one. Draw the same structure, same numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the bonds which are constant, keep them constant. Between 6 and 7 it is constant, between 1 and 2 it is constant. So here the minus which is present on third will become double bond become minus on fifth position. So this is also over. Next will be on the 7. 7 means this 5 goes inside, the double bond which is inside comes exactly on the seventh one. So these bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these bonds remain same, keep as it is. Now the 5 minus become double bond, the double bond become minus on 7th position. So these are the four resonance structures. You can draw the resonance hybrid of these four resonance structures. So seventh is also over. Okay, so this is how minus resonance can be done. So this is called 1 3. Why? Because for this resonance 1 2 3, 1 2 3 atoms are involved. So this resonance is involving 1 2 3 atoms, therefore it is 1 3 resonance. See here, 1 2 3 atoms are involved, therefore it is 1 3 resonance. So you can do uh, the examples like this. I will give some examples. This is one example. Take this another example, second one. So try to do the resonance, minus resonance and plus resonance. So 1 3 resonance is very important. Why? Because we can give the answers for many questions like acidity, basicity, for many organic reaction mechanisms, aromaticity, and orientation effect mainly depends upon resonance only. Ortho, para, meta. Most of the students they do not understand why ortho, para products are formed when meta products are formed. If you know the resonance, 1 3 resonance, then we can easily understand the orientation effect. Okay, so try to solve these two questions. So let us see some simple examples. If lone pair is involved, check whether it is conjugated or not. So oxygen A, this is B. So on oxygen we know a lone pair is present. On B there is double bond, therefore it is a conjugated system. So in this resonance takes place or not? Yes, resonance takes place. But here there is no plus charge and minus charge. Earlier we have uh, solved many examples by taking plus and minus, but here plus and minus charges are not there. So I told you in the beginning of the class, the lone pair can be equivalent to minus. The lone pair can be equivalent to minus. So this lone pair is we take as minus. So if minus is there, what is our tradition? Give one number to the minus, then 2, then 3. So now lone pair is present on the first position, then it shifts to the third position. How? It is outside, bring inside, and the double bond which is inside bring outside. So after doing this resonance, the writing the things is very important, resonance structure. So that minus become double bond, ch, double bond become minus. So I told you if oxygen has three bonds, oxygen can have two bonds. It can go to the three bond by using its lone pair. Here it is using its lone pair. If three bonds are there for oxygen, keep the plus charge. So you should keep the plus charge here. So this is the resonating structure, second resonating structure of this first one. Of this first one. Okay, so these are the simple molecules. When lone pair is involved, how to do the resonance? Again, we can solve one more question by taking nitrogen like this. Okay, so in this also plus charges and minus charges are not there, but lone pair is there. Lone pair is equivalent to minus charge, so take it as 1. Double bond carbon has 2, then 3. Lone pair is present on first position, now it moves to the third position. How? Bring inside, double bond outside on exactly on 3. Then writing the resonance structure is very important. H is there. Now lone pair we assumed that it is minus, now minus become positive, sorry, minus become double bond, now double bond become minus on third position, 1 2 3. So I told you for nitrogen generally three bonds are there, If it uses lone pair for extra bond, then we should keep plus. So here we should keep plus. So second is the resonating structure of first one. So which is more stable between these two, we will learn in the next topic. I told you what I am discussing in this lecture. So now we are in doing the resonating structures, how to do the resonance. So if a vacant orbital is there, for example boron is there, boron is there, and negative charge is there here. So whenever boron, nitrogen, oxygen, all these type of elements are present in the example, try to write the actual things present on it. If nitrogen is there, you should keep lone pair. Oxygen is there, you should keep two lone pairs. If halogen is there, three lone pairs. If boron and aluminum third A group compounds are there, so keep a vacant orbital. So it is a conjugated system. Why? Because if you take it as A and B, so A on A negative charge is there, and B a vacant orbital is there. So it is a conjugated system. Resonance takes place. So minus charge, this minus charge is shifted here. Why? Because I told you this vacant orbital we can take as positive. It is equivalent to positive. So if negative and positive are there, a bond is formed. In the same way, the bond is formed between negative and boron orbital. Okay, so that negative bond will make an extra bond. So I told you boron can form 3, it can form 4, but if it is vacant orbital, you should keep minus. So here you will get minus. So this second and first are the resonating structures. Which is more stable, we will discuss. We will learn. Okay, so this is how the resonance can be done. You can solve as many questions as possible. I will give some questions, general molecules. Uh, you can try to do the resonance. So these are the examples: C double bond O, O minus, O minus. It is carbonate ion, carbonate ion. So carbonate ion. So minus is there. Take it as 1, 2, 3. So on one minus is there. The next minus will come on uh, third position. So therefore minus, it is minus. Therefore bring inside, double bond outside. So what you will get? C, this O minus remains as it is. This minus become double bond. Here double bond become minus. Double bond become minus. So you can do in this direction also by taking 1, 2, 3. Minus charge is present on first position. Next minus will come on third position. How? Bring inside, bring outside. So CO minus remains as it is. Now oxygen minus become double bond become minus here. So you will get 3 resonating structures of carbonate ion. You can draw the uh, resonance hybrid for carbonate structure also. So I will give one more example. So draw the resonance structure of this compound. Resonance structure of this compound. Resonance structure of this compound. So take it as examples and try to draw the resonance structures. Okay, so let us discuss the resonance of phenol. Phenol, how to do the resonance of phenol. So when oxygen is there, keep lone pairs on it. Keep lone pairs on it. So I told you lone pairs means negative charge. So negative means 1, 2, and 3. So negative charge is present on the first position. Now bring the next negative charge is present on the third. So bring them inside, double bond outside. Okay, so the lone pair become double bond, oxygen H. So three bonds are there. Keep positive charge. Now this double bond become minus here, and these two bonds as it is. Now it is your regular example. Take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now minus charge is present on first position. The next minus charge will be on the third position. Next will be on the fifth position. Okay. So inside, outside, double bond OH remains as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this bond remains as it is. The minus become double bond, the double bond become minus on the third. So one is already over, three is over. Now next minus will be on the fifth. So bring inside, bring outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double bond oxygen H, positive charge. This bond is constant, then the minus become double bond become minus on the fifth carbon. Again we can write this one like this: 1, 2, 3. So minus is present on the 1, the next minus will be on the third. So minus bring inside, double bond outside. So you will get two double bonds are already there. Here one double bond will get. Oxygen has gained now lone pairs OH. So phenol has 5 resonance structures. 1 and 5 are similar in nature, but the bonds position are different. Therefore, different resonance structures. And these three are common resonance structures we have learned in the 1 3 resonance. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when oxygen is there on benzene, then this type of resonance takes place. So I will give example for you. Try to do resonance of your own by taking NH2. So NH2 also has lone pair of electrons. Like oxygen has given electrons to the ring, nitrogen also give electrons to the ring. So follow the technique. And the next example is phenoxide ion, O minus. So already when there is a minus, take it as 1, then 2, then 3, then follow the technique. So two examples, solve by your own. I will take another example of NO2. This is a different case. NO2, the structure of NO2 is like this, that is coordinate covalent bond. Okay, leave it. So double bond oxygen, here 1 2 resonance takes place. I told you earlier, oxygen will take electrons from nitrogen because it is more electronegative. Okay, so after taking electrons, nitrogen become positive, oxygen become negative, and this is coordinate covalent bond is already there. Now here positive is there, therefore give 1 2 3. So how to do the positive resonance? The one positive should come on third. That means the third double bond should shift towards 1. Okay, these two double bonds remain same. Now here it will get uh, double bond here, O minus, yellow, coordinate covalent bond. Okay, so the positive comes here. Now it is the common example: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So positive charge is present on first position. Now the next positive charge will be on the third position. So how to do positive resonance? So bring this double bond to the first one. So these two bonds remains as it is. O minus, here coordinate covalent bond. numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the positive charge shifts from first to third and double bond from third to first, like this. Then the positive charge comes to the fifth. Fifth means the double bond on fifth comes to the third. So double bond NO minus, this remains as it is. One between 1 to remains as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the bond shifts, the positive charge shifts from third to fifth and double bond from 5 to 3. Okay, again this, if you take 1, 2, 3, now positive charge is present on first, it comes to the third, then third bond comes to the fifth. Already two bonds are there. Now here new bond will come. Nitrogen will get positive charge here, O minus, and one coordinate covalent bond is there. So it also has 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 1, 2 resonance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resonance structures. Okay, in this 1, 2 resonance is present. If you don't understand 1, 2 resonance, then this become very difficult for us. So like this we can do as many resonance structures as possible. So I will give some more examples like this. C double bond OH benzaldehyde. So benzaldehyde also first involves in 1, 2 resonance and then 1, 3 resonance. So do the resonance of benzaldehyde, then benzoic acid C double bond OH. So both these two examples will do resonance like nitrobenzene, and aniline and phenoxide will do resonance like phenol, negative resonance. This is positive resonance. Okay, so try to solve these questions. Why? Because if you do more practice, then the 1, 2 resonance and 1, 3 resonance will become easy for you.